What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. There's a lot of little things I want to get done this weekend. I don't have any solid plans, I don't have a crazy big project, but a lot of little things I want to take care of. First thing on that list is my garage door opener. Now, if you've been keeping up with the channel, been watching all my videos, you'll know that I recently decided to start squeezing my Bronco into my really short garage door. The Bronco would just barely squeeze in. Well, it turns out I actually was putting a lot of pressure on this garage door opener and I actually broke it. So what happened was my garage door would actually hang down just a little bit over the opening, and so when I brought the Bronco in, it would pick up the garage door. We got it in! And that ended up putting a lot of pressure up on the motor here, to where the motor spindle, where the gear sits, actually bent, and then my chain got loose and it sagged. I disconnected the chain, but the chain was sagging a bit down here, and the garage door was not happy. It did not want to open. And yeah, this thing's done for. It needs to be replaced. Not having a garage door opener kind of sucks. So I went to Home Depot, I purchased one. Hopefully it works. We're gonna tear into that box, see what all it needs, because I've never mounted a garage door opener, and let's see what happens. Got everything out of the box on the bench. Now we gotta go through this newspaper of a installation manual and just start going after it. Alrighty. The opener is now assembled. That's all the basic assembly we can do on the floor. Before we go any farther, we need to disassemble the existing garage door opener. So let's do that.
Meanwhile.
Alright guys, we're gonna take a quick little break from the garage door install, and we have to go get a marketplace deal. I was talking to this guy a little bit last night. He basically said, come now. So here we go. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive. I'm not gonna spoil it or anything. We gotta finish this garage door first, but it's something really cool that, fingers crossed, hopefully if it works, it should solve all the problems I've been having with the Bronco. I'll leave it at that, and we'll discuss what it is once we get back.
3 hours later.
Alrighty, we are back from our midday adventures. We'll talk about what I purchased in a little bit. I'll give y'all a little teaser. I'll give y'all just a little teaser right now. Alright, what's that say? Oh, too late. We'll talk about that in a little bit, I promise. But we gotta get this garage door installed first. Alright, so with the help of my YouTube stuff, as you can see, I got my GoPro hung up on that bracket that we cut off earlier. I also have a magnetic level sticking on the center of this arm, because I need to set this thing level, and it's just me here. So I have my app on, and I can enable the preview. So hopefully I can see that in the level. I don't know how well I can see it, because it's really small, but let's see what happens.
One eternity later.
Alrighty, she's pretty much all buttoned up. We got the lights in, the covers in. We ran the new wire for the push button because the one I had was just a little too short. Hooked it up to the door. So now we should be able just to operate it. Mounted the operator right here, right next to all the light switches. Gotta get rid of the doorbell one still, but yeah, doesn't look too shabby. Oh, the only thing I did not wire the sensors in. I kind of jumpered them. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll figure it out. That's kind of a bad angle for you guys. Oh well. I gotta play with it, program it some. I'll let you know. Alrighty, we did it. Got the limit set. Got everything working right. Unfortunately, I couldn't bypass the sensors. I had to install them. Don't worry, I installed them properly, and I definitely didn't just, you know, leave them somewhere out of range or anything. But yeah, check it out. Very quiet. Kind of slow though. Kind of slow. But I did set the upper limit to be tall, so I should still be able to drive the Bronco in here because it's now up higher than the top of the garage door, or top of the opening, so that'll be good. All right, now that's done, I am freaking starving. I'm gonna go get some food, and then we'll go over the cool shit I bought today. My marketplace deal of the day is a crazy one. This is a Holley Sniper EFI kit with the Hyperspark ignition system that I got for a screaming good deal. Now the best part about this setup is it came out of a Bronco with a 351 engine in it. So everything here is compatible with my truck, which is so sick. The Bronco that it came out of was actually a giveaway Bronco from a local shop here. It was a full-on restoration. The truck was beautiful. I saw it in person. The only reason it came out of the truck is because the winner of the Bronco figured a classic truck should have a classic carburetor in it. So he paid someone to get rid of it, and I bought it from his mechanic. I was told that the shop that did the restoration had Holley come down and custom tune this. They are a self-learning system, but they had Holley tune this thing specifically for a 351 Bronco. So I looked out big time on this. This thing is gonna be perfect and ready to go for my Bronco. The main benefit about this is I no longer have to battle the 80s EFI system that's already in the Bronco. As you guys seen time and time again, I've been having issues non-stop with my EFI system. At this point, I either have a big vacuum leak or I have something wrong in the ECU itself. But none of that has to worry anymore because I got the kit that solves all those problems. This also will simplify the engine bay so much because it's basically a carburetor here, right? So I just need to get a carbureted intake manifold, which my buddy's already hooking me up with that. So shout out to my buddy Lance, who keeps letting me steal parts off of his 351 engines. All I need left to set up this system is I need to get some AN lines. This carburetor takes 6 AN fittings, so I'm gonna do AN lines all the way back. I've never done those before, so I need to do a lot of research and I need to buy a lot of random shit to make AN lines easy and make sure I have all the connectors needed. So, not diving into this one this weekend. I don't know exactly when I want to do this because it is a little bit involved, but I'm pretty eager because it will simplify this thing and it'll just make the Bronco sick. It'll make the Bronco so awesome. I'm really hyped on it. My only gripe is because this was a used system, the wiring harness is pretty mangled, so I'm gonna see, I might contact Holley and see if I can get a new one just to start from scratch. If not, I'm not super worried about a wiring harness. I'm sure I can clean it up. It's just gonna take me a little bit more time and it'll be a little bit harder to capture on camera how easy this thing is to set up. In terms of talking about for deals here, I paid for this whole thing with the Hyperspark distributor for the same cost of just the Holley Sniper EFI. This is going to be sweet. I'm gonna gather up parts and we will dive into this very, very soon. I've been wanting to do this swap for quite some time now, so I am beyond hyped. Alrighty guys, so last night I gave my buddy a ride home in my truck, and when I was hopping back on the freeway, I blew an intercooler pipe. This actually popped off on the way back from camping too, and I just kind of quickly put it back on. So it's covered in oil, it needs to get cleaned. We need to do this properly, so let's dive into that. All right, now that everything's clean, I'm gonna use some cheap old hairspray I got. This hairspray is nice because when it's wet, it'll just slip right on. and then once it dries, it'll be a glue and it should hold that in better. First things first, we're gonna get our clamp in. And we gotta make sure we shove this down enough to where we have enough clamp up here. So, let's do it. Alrighty, we got that successfully hairsprayed and bolted back down. I'm gonna go hop on the freeway real quick and test it though. Alright, let's see what we can do. I'd say she held. Back a little bit, let's do another pull. Oh yeah, she boosted. Alrighty y'all, that's gonna be it for this one. Sorry if this video was kind of lame and kind of boring. That's pretty much all I had going on this weekend. I need to go through my shelves and sell a bunch of stuff on here. That's boring. You guys don't want to see that. If you made it this far, however, I really appreciate you. You're definitely making an impact on my YouTube stuff, and I couldn't be more grateful. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We will see y'all next week. Peace.